All right, what's going on, people? It's your boy D coming at you from the court. And within this year of the NBA season, or the off season, sorry about that, the draft picks, the trades, the team jumping, the trades, the back and forth with the coaches, the trades, you know what I'm saying? Everything is very interesting this offseason, but nothing as interesting as the Kyrie Irving Isaiah Thomas trade. And I'm not just gonna say Isaiah Thomas because tit for tat, player for player. If that was to only happen with Kyrie Irving and Isaiah Thomas, the Cavs lose that trade. Of course, hands down. But it didn't, so the Cavs win that trade. And what I mean by that is they added a big who I think is probably going to be a tad bit better than Tristan Thompson. He looks like he's a bit of a scorer, more of a scorer than Tristan Thompson, and he looks at least 7 feet, 7'1", at least. So that means he's going to be more than likely scoring, and he's going to be getting sufficient rebounds. So I think the reason I believe the Cavs won this trade is because it plays more to what they needed, and that was defense in terms of getting a 7-footer for rim protection and getting Jay Crowder, and they added more depth. Now, that's excluding right now what they're possibly going to do with this pick that they have. Now, I don't know what player they have now that they're going to include with that trade to get. The rumors are that because the Pelicans are looking for a wing and they're interested in Iman Shumpert. Rumors are that they're going to add that Brooklyn #1 pick, Iman Shumpert, and possibly someone else to get DeMarcus Cousins. Me personally, I would like to see Tristan Thompson be included in that trade. If they can keep Kevin Love, that'd be so much better because now you got two bigs who can spread the floor and one who's a lot more aggressive down low in DeMarcus Cousins. Now, I've never heard more blasphemous things in my life in the NBA until Kyrie Irving requested to be traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
In Boston, Kyrie Irving makes them like a legitimate NBA final over the next several years, NBA final championship contender, right?
Wrong. So wrong. Wrong on so many levels. All this did for the Boston Celtics was gave them another Isaiah Thomas who's about 5 or 6 more inches tall. That is about it. Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving play so much alike that it's ridiculous. They almost may as well not even make the trade. They're essentially giving up the same two players, minus the hip injury and you know what I'm saying, the fact that he's 5'9", but they both had injuries. Kyrie Irving he shattered his knee in the 2014-15 finals. And Isaiah Thomas now has a really bad hip. And we don't even know. There's no timetable on when he's going to return. Me personally, I'm not rushing it because I don't think that they're going to do too horrible without Isaiah Thomas. But when he does return, you can believe that Isaiah Thomas and LeBron James are more than likely gonna click on so many levels. The only problem I see with this trade is that they acquired another player that doesn't give LeBron rest from being the playmaker. Now, I don't know if Derrick Rose is much of a playmaker. I haven't seen how much he's evolved since leaving the Chicago Bulls. I'm really going to have to keep my eye on Derrick Rose because I know he was a really good passer. I just don't know how much of a playmaker he is. But they've got all of these players that the opposition has to worry about. They have to double Derrick Rose. If you don't double Derrick Rose is going to get to the paint and he's going to score. Isaiah Thomas, he's an above average 3-point shooter. He's not dribble heavy. He's not going to run out the shot clock. Isaiah Thomas is going to get the ball. He's going to bring it down. And if he's not passing it, he's going to take it to the cup and he's going to score or he's going to pull up for a 3. He was Mr. Fourth Quarter last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really plays a big part. When Isaiah Thomas returns, Cleveland is going to be a very, very hard team to deal with because they just got too many players that require a double team and you have to stop them. And, I mean, I don't even see how people can sat there and say that Boston won this trade. In no world does Boston win this trade. And this is outside of me being biased. I haven't even said anything about LeBron James. But when you give 3 really good players to LeBron James, do you understand what's going to happen? And I mean, I'm rambling on about this, but hold on, there's more people saying goofy things about the Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving debacle. Just listen.
Cleveland's got Tristan, Martin, Jay Crowder, LeBron. They've got Isaiah Thomas, Derrick Rose. And then Boston has Hayward now. And they've got Kyrie Irving and Al Horford. If you match Boston and Cleveland up right now, Kenyon, in a 7-game series, who would you like?
I think Boston has the upper hand right now. I just don't know what Cleveland has on their bench right now to compete. I think they need to work on their bench a little more. But it's hard to bet against LeBron in the East. He's proved that time and time again that he's dominant in the East. It's hard to bet against him, but if I had to pick today in August, on paper, then you have to say Boston, but it's hard to go against LeBron James.
Kenyon Martin, are you serious right now, dude? Are you serious? I'm going to give you guys a picture of the Boston Celtics team, period. And then I'm not even going to, I'm just going to say a few names on the Cleveland Cavaliers that pretty much outdo the Boston Celtics. Now, in the Boston Celtics, the 3 big names that they have, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys who the rest of these people, I'm not gonna tell you who they are because I don't even know who most of them are. But this team has no chance against the Cleveland Cavaliers because they have absolutely no depth. They don't have nowhere near as much depth as the Cleveland Cavaliers have. Dude, are you serious? Did you really just say you see the Boston Celtics having the upper hand in a 7-game series between the Cleveland Cavaliers? They have absolutely no chance. The Boston Celtics have just about as much of a chance beating the Cleveland Cavaliers as the Cleveland Cavaliers had beating the Golden State Warriors last year in the NBA Finals. It's almost 0 to none. They have, and adding Kyrie Irving, it's just like getting an Isaiah Thomas with 4 more inches. Well, not 4. He's got about, Isaiah Thomas is about 5'9". Kyrie is about 6'2", 6'3". So he's got about 5 or 6 more inches on Isaiah Thomas. That in itself is probably going to be a bit of a mismatch. But, yeah, that's going to be a mismatch because if you don't put Isaiah Thomas on Kyrie Irving, then that means Isaiah Thomas is going to have to guard somebody else. And he probably more than likely won't be able to guard anybody else in the Boston Celtics lineup. So that's the only mismatch they have. That is entirely it. They have no other mismatch at all. Wait, just give me 1 second. I want to look at Cleveland. I want to show you guys a picture of the Cleveland Cavaliers roster as well because these guys look way better than what they did only because of the simple fact that the Boston Celtics gave them more depth. Within that one trade, they gave the Cleveland Cavaliers something that they needed, something that they desperately needed, and it was more depth. Within just that one trade, they gave up 3, not 3. They gave up 4 pieces for just that one trade. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like they're going to keep them all because at some point in this roster, they're going to start sending people away because they're having some money problems and it just needs to happen. So, they've got Jose Calderon, I'm not sure why they did that. Jay Crowder, Kay Felder, he needs to be gone. Channing Frye needs to be gone. Jeff Green, LeBron James, Richard Jefferson, I can keep him for about another year. Dante Jones, gone. Kyle Korver, Kevin Love, Cody Osmond, we don't know what he's about just yet, so we're going to have to wait and see when the season starts. Derrick Rose, Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Eddie Tavares, sorry about that, Isaiah Thomas, Tristan Thompson, Darren Williams, Derrick Rose, and Ante Zizic. The Boston Celtics don't have a chance. They just don't have a chance because they are undermanned and it's a complete mismatch. They just can't do it. And that's not even it. This what Kenyon Martin just said isn't the end of the blasphemous stuff that has been going on. People have been saying some really weird stuff. Just listen to this.
But is Kyrie a better passer at least without LeBron James?
I mean, we've never seen any evidence of it. I mean, Kyrie Irving had plenty of opportunities.
High school? No.
Just a little bit of time at Duke? No. The 3 years before LeBron got there, the 25-plus games he played without LeBron since LeBron got there. Like, listen, Kyrie Irving is who he is. That is a fantastic offensive player because he is, in my opinion, the best ball handler the league's ever seen. Rest in peace, Pistol Pete, but Kyrie better. And as good of a below-the-rim finisher putting English and spin on the ball, as I've ever seen, certainly is in the league right now. That is who he is. But there's a myth going around that Kyrie, he didn't have opportunities to shine, playing sidekick to LeBron James. There's a really cool stat in the NBA. It's called usage rate. Just means what's the percentage of your team's possessions that you use per game. Not surprisingly, first in the NBA in usage rate last year was Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Makes sense. He had the ball in his hands the whole time. James Harden is top 5 in that stat. Last year, Kyrie Irving finished 10th in usage rate. You know who didn't finish in the top 10? LeBron James.
Now this one isn't so much on the commentators. The commentators did absolutely nothing wrong. The only thing the commentators did do was spit straight facts. Now, Danny Ainge says not LeBron. He says Kyrie's going to be a better passer without LeBron. In high hopes that he's going to get this player with this huge package, not to be in the gutter, but he's going to get this player with this fantastic assembly of skills, and he's just going to be much better for this team than he was for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's going to be a better defender without LeBron James. Are you Danny Ainge? Dude, look, I don't understand what makes you think that this is factual. If you want to go back to when he was in high school, to when he was in Duke, to when he was playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers 3 years prior to LeBron returning, he does not display the traits of a floor general. None at all. He doesn't display interest in playing defense. He doesn't display the traits of a leader. Kyrie does not make the players around him better. When he played with LeBron, LeBron made him better. In no way, shape, or form am I saying Kyrie Irving is a bad player. Kyrie Irving is fantastic. Fantastic. Kyrie Irving is the best finisher I have ever seen in the history of the NBA. Ever. Nobody has ever finished under the rim better than Kyrie Irving. But he is not light years ahead of Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is a prolific scorer as well, so you cannot count this guy out. I've only got one more clip for you guys to look at, and this one is a little bit sensible. Check it out.
Think that Cleveland got the better of the trade, short term and long term.
Cleveland? I thought you were a sports insider.
I am an insider. I mean, Cleveland got Jay Crowder.
Wow.
Which is a big thing.
That put us over the top. Yeah.
And no, I'm not saying over the top, but also they got that draft pick. So I think in the long term, offensively, these guys are both very similar. Now, Isaiah obviously has deficiencies offensively because of his size, and he has even more defensive deficiencies than Kyrie, who is no Bruce Bowen. He ain't winning defensive player of nothing. But I think in the long term, listen, I was at Cleveland with a broom, so for me to give them credit means that they did it. So as far as the trade, I think that Danny Ainge somehow or another got fleeced. And but I don't think it's by a long. I don't think he got robbed.
He got a top 5 player.
I love Kyrie.
How often is a top 5 player available
Well, he's
via
not top
trade?
5, first of all.
Yes, he is.
He's not. No, he's not.
the 5th best player in the NBA.
Who's it? LeBron, Kawhi.
No,
Russell?
you're going the wrong order.
I'm just
you
doing
have to
the
start
5.
with Durant, who was the MVP of the finals.
Okay.
Okay, and then you have to go to Kawhi Leonard, who's the best two-way player in
That's
basketball.
2.
Then you go to LeBron, 3. I'll give you Steph, and then it's Kyrie.
What about Russell?
I'll take him over Russell.
No
I'll
way.
take him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Now, pay attention to who they've got interviewing at this round table. They've got Michael Rappaport and Skip Bayless, possibly the 2 biggest LeBron haters in the world. In the universe. There's nobody who hates LeBron more than Michael Rappaport and Skip Bayless. And Michael Rappaport is actually commending the Cavaliers for pulling off this trade. And I 100% agree. They got rid of 1 person and acquired 5. Oh my goodness, dude. If this wasn't the best move that Kobe Altman could have pulled off, then 2 plus 2 isn't 4. I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't even think I would have tried to trade, to make any other trade aside from this one. He pulled off a heist, and oh my God, Skip Bayless, dude, you can't right now, dude. You cannot say Kyrie Irving is top 5, and then he opted out what he's doing is trying to make LeBron look bad, and it's getting so horrible that he just needs to be stopped. You're trying to say that Kyrie Irving is top 5 and that LeBron lost a top 5 player. That's what you're trying to do. Instead of, I can see through it, dude. Instead of you trying to actually make it about Boston acquiring a top 5 player, even though you didn't say it this way, what you're trying to do is make it seem like LeBron lost a top 5 player. And, excuse me, I'm sorry. And you are 100,000% wrong. Kyrie Irving is not top 5. You've got LeBron, you've got KD, you've got Kawhi Leonard, you've got Karl Anthony Towns, Kristaps Porzingis, you've got Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Russell Westbrook. You, dude, oh my goodness. I like DeMar DeRozan over Kyrie Irving. But I completely agree with Michael Rappaport. I don't agree with the rest of his synopsis about LeBron James. And I do want to point one thing out about Skip Bayless. I don't want to say too much about Michael Rappaport, but I've watched, because I haven't watched him as much as I've watched Skip Bayless. But Skip Bayless is the white Michael Jordan. Skip Bayless is Michael Jordan's mental in a white guy's body. And I say that to say this. It is only because LeBron threatens Michael Jordan as the greatest player of all time do they hate him. But this isn't about LeBron. This is about the Cavs and the Celtics. And I think the Boston Celtics lost this trade. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers won because within this trade, they let loose one player and increased dramatically their depth. But I do agree with Michael Rappaport. Cleveland won a trade. Kyrie is the better player if you're only measuring him to Isaiah Thomas. So, Boston got the better player. Cleveland got the better deal. But you guys get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'm so sorry this video is so long. I'll try to chop it up as much as I possibly can. And I'm doing this on a whim. I lost the adapter to my mic, so I'm using the internal mic on my laptop. I just know how to edit the sound to where it sounds this good. So that's the reason I haven't really been uploading until I thought about how good I am at editing the sound. It doesn't even sound like an internal microphone, does it? I don't know. You guys get in the comment section, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Be sure to give the video a like, comment, and you know what else to do. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!